Hello and welcome back, and thanks so much again for viewing the Salty Sportsman YouTube channel. On this segment, we are still in South Florida with Joey Z, and he's filling us in exactly how he cut strip baits out of bonita. Just one last thing before we dive into this episode. Joey separates himself from all the other guides and charters in South Florida. You may ask yourself why. You'll see why right here in this video to come. And the reason why is because he puts in the time after hours to prepare trips, to prepare baits, etc. to make your time out in the water with him the most exciting, the most enjoyable, and that's why you catch fish when you get chartered out by Joey Zelinka. All that plus a couple new features coming up on Salty Sportsman.
Today we're going to show you how to cut fresh bonita strips from the bonitas we caught today on the planer. What we do is we start out with a fresh bonita like this, and we make an incision through the skin around the whole side of the bonita. And then what we want to do is to cut the whole side off, leaving as much meat on the fish as possible. Because what we're going to do is thin the slab out as thin as we can get it to cut our strips. First, we take all our bonitas we catch and slab them out like this. And really, this is one of the best baits almost anywhere in the world for you to use, and is one of the most durable and best action bait you can ever use. They sell these in all kinds of tackle stores around here, but as we get into wintertime, they're harder to find and harder to find good quality fresh ones. So a lot of people don't know this and they throw their bonitas back, but it's very good for you to keep them and make these yourself. We like to have a Tupperware with kosher salt brine in it, so when we cut our strips fresh, after we thin them out into a thin canvas, like so, I will cut the slab at about a 30-degree angle so the meat is the skin is overlapping the meat. And this will take a lot of practice for most people, but you want a very, very sharp knife to cut through these bonita because they're as tough as leather. This is a Russell blade. I would recommend using a Russell or a Dexter, or the best knife, if money's not an option, I would get a Forstner, or it's called a Victorinox, and this style is called a boning knife. It's about 8.5 to 10 inches long, the blade, and you want a very stiff knife to be able to cut these bonitas very sharp and very stiff. So what I'm going to do now that I got my flush side here, I'm going to cut at a 30-degree angle on the other side, and as like a teardrop shape like this. And again, make sure your knife is extremely sharp, and the end product will look something like this. And you can make it any size you prefer once you get good at cutting this kind of shape. And what we'll do is put the meat side down on the salt, and what that will do will firm up the meat, so when it trolls through the water, it does not get beat up or frizz out and blow out. It will last for a very long time. But make sure you only put the strip down on the meat side only. So what I will do is, as I'm cutting them, I will cut one after another, and I will put meat down first on the salt, and then once I make a full row, I will put skin to skin and have the meat side up and sprinkle salt on it, and repeat this process until I'm finished with all my bonitas.
Now I'm going to wrap this segment up by showing you what rigs we used that strip bait on while trolling for the Kingfish in the previous episode. First things first, guys, you guys want to tie on a swivel onto your main line. After you tie a swivel onto your main line, you want to tie your leader. Your leader can be a number of lengths. It doesn't really matter how long it is. It's just your preference at this point. Put on your sea witch. Now your sea witch, the sea witches that we were using were custom by Joey and his crew. You can use a regular bought sea witch. There's really not that much of a difference, but if you have a preference in color or flash, that's when the custom stuff comes into play, really. So after the sea witch comes a skirt of your choice. I know Joey's favorite color skirt is pink and blue combination, I believe. After the skirt comes a double hook or a single hook. Again, your preference, your choice. I hope you found this segment helpful, and if you did, I want to thank you in advance. If you like this video, subscribe to our channel or share it with a friend. Just a little reminder, I put all the links to all the products that was in this video in the description below. You can click on it for an easy purchase, from the knife to the bait and tackle and everything else that was in this video. Thank you so much again for viewing, and I'll see you out on the water.